Hey everyone, this is Miss Segovia and I'm going to show you how to do the cool little pop-ups for the phases of mitosis that go into your notebook. So in my notebooks, I'm going to have them on page 50. Your teacher might be a little bit different, and they're going to be opposite of your mitosis notes. Now it's really important you have these mitosis notes done first because you're going to use this to put these together. So in order to do this, you're going to need a couple sheets of paper. One is the mitosis matching sheet that you can get from your teacher, and the other is the little backgrounds. Now this year I'm doing them on blue, another year I might do them a different color, your teacher might be different, but this is what we have for right now. So the little templates and then the cards. So cut all of these out so that you have your long blue strips. They should look like this with 3 panels, and then you've got all your little pieces. Now I've gone ahead already and I've put them in order based upon the titles, and then I've got the words, and then I've got the pictures, and these are not in the correct order because we're going to talk about that correct order. So first things first, let's do the names. So you're going to take each of the names, and based upon what you already know, I want you to put them in order on the big blue cards. And so if you remember, our acronym is PMAT. It should go Prophase, Metaphase, Anaphase, and Telophase. So it sounds kind of dirty, like, hey, I PMAT. All right, so Prophase, Metaphase, Anaphase, Telophase. Take a little bit of glue and stick one of each of these down onto the paper. Now, this is where having your notes comes in really handy. You need to organize what's going on for each one. So for me personally, I'm visual. I like to go with the pictures. So see if you can match the correct picture with the correct description based upon what you already know, and pause the video now. All right, welcome back. Did you figure it out? Let's see if you got it right. So prophase is the phase where everything's kind of getting started. And so for prophase, you should have this picture right here that shows our chromosomes starting to form, the nuclear membrane fading away, and the little spindles. And so this is going to go into the 3rd position on here, because in a little bit you're going to be putting the verbal description in the center. So, metaphase. What did you have for metaphase? Well, I like metaphase the most because metaphase sounds like the word middle. And so metaphase, everybody's kind of lining up in the middle. They're getting ready to go. Super easy. So metaphase, where you see them all together. How about anaphase? Anaphase is kind of cool because they're all moving away from one another. So you should see them being pulled towards opposite ends, and if you watch my other video, you know they're actually walking towards the opposite ends using a little kinetochore protein in the middle, which is kind of cool. So that goes in the 3rd one, and then that leaves us with our 4th and final one, that is telophase. And so telophase, I think, kind of looks like a little telephone, and we've seen the nuclear membrane coming back, the spindles disappearing, and the chromosomes unwinding in the centers. So that goes in our 4th and final one, telophase. So for the next part, you've got to take the descriptions and match them up with the correct ones. So pause the video for a second and see if you can figure out where each of these goes. All right, welcome back. Let's see if you got them right. And so if you go through and look at these, let's see, right here, I think this should be our first one for prophase. So for prophase, chromosomes become visible, nuclear envelope dissolves, pairs of centrioles move to opposite sides, and our spindle fibers form. That is our correct description for prophase. Metaphase is kind of a cool one, always the easy one to pick out of the crowd because our chromosomes line up along the middle of the cell. Each chromosome attaches to a spindle fiber at its centromere. And so that is the correct description for metaphase. And then we have finally our anaphase, or second to last, sorry, not finally. Anaphase, our chromosomes divide, or I'm sorry, centromeres divide, chromatids, now called chromosomes, move towards opposite poles, and the cell stretches out as opposite ends are pulled apart. So they're moving away from one another. And then finally, now for sure finally, we have our last one. Nuclear envelope forms at each pole, chromosomes uncoil, spindle fibers dissolve, and cytokinesis begins is the correct description for telophase. So if you want to play with these a few times until you get it, otherwise you can go ahead and glue them down. And then all you got to do once you glue them down is you fold them. And so here's Anaphase right there. You can see all 3 panels. And I just folded accordion style on the little hinges and put them in. I also went ahead and numbered each one of mine, 1, 2, 3, and 4, because that way I know whether I need to look left to right or up and down. It's just me, I'm kind of weird that way. So this is how you form these. And then for studying, if you're going to go back to review them, you might think prophase. What does prophase look like? Oh, I think it's the nucleus is disappearing and the spindle fibers forming, and check your answer. Oh, awesome, you are right. Or you can also do it where you flip them under if you're trying to remember the names. You can look at them this way and see if you can remember what name that describes. Or you can cover up and kind of quiz yourself that way. I know it sounds cheesy, but trust me, it really does help you when you guys are studying for tests if you go back and kind of play with these and quiz each other or quiz your friends. So that's how you do the little mitosis pop-ups in your notebook.